Welcome to Tea Time with Tea.
Hi guys, welcome back to Tea Time with Tea. So today's video is all about relationships, friendships, not relationships as in you gotta be dating or something. I'm talking about friendships, family relationships, all that. And we're pretty much just gonna go over 4 key topics into this video. The first one being bad habits, some bad relationships that you don't want to have with people. And then we're going to go through the 3 key ingredients you need in order for your relationships to be healthy. And we're going to go through healthy relationships and then the importance of these relationships. That's what we're going to go through in this video. So watch the rest of the video to see what happens. Guys, firstly, the worst thing you can do is keep on taking a person back if it's a bad relationship. If it's toxic and they're just there to get something from you, don't keep taking that back. If they're not changing, don't keep taking them back, because all it's going to do is hurt you in the end. You're going to keep them around and then you're going to end up worse, miserable, stressed out, depressed, all that because of a toxic relationship. So first off, if it's just going back and forth, round in circles, and nothing's really changing or making better, then you're going to have to move on or talk to the person. Try and see if maybe you can fix it with them first before you just throw it away. Now, if that relationship keeps on making you feel guilty, or you're making that other person feel guilty all the time, then you're going to have to let it go. Because it's not going to be good, like I said, for you or for the other person if you guys are always feeling guilty about this relationship. It's not healthy. It's bad. So you have to fix that or let that relationship go. Another thing, if someone is always trying to gain something from the relationship and not always there for you when you need them, only there when it's good for them, that's a very bad relationship. And it's not going to be any good for you in the end. So if that's going on, you need to move on. Find some healthier relationships. Don't stay with them just because you feel bad for them. No. If it's toxic, move on. Because guys, like, if any of these bad habits right here are you and your friends, say bye-bye. Let them go. Because it's toxic. I'm telling you right now, you gotta let them go because it's very toxic. Seriously, if you guys are always screaming back and forth and yelling at each other, arguing about nonsense, things like that, again, that's definitely not a good relationship. You need to move on from that relationship and find you a healthy one. Or get that person and see you're about to leave. Nextly, guys, there are 3 key ingredients to a healthy relationship. And those are love, respect, understanding. Without those, the relationship is never going to work. So the first one, love. If there isn't love and happiness and kindness on both sides of the relationship, there's a problem. You should both be feeling happy all the time, loved all the time, like the person actually cares for you, they're loyal, honest. You want that type of relationship with the person. You don't want one that you always have to feel like you can't trust them. You don't know what they're doing. They're just trying to come out and get something from you all the time. If you feel those type of thoughts towards a relationship, friendship, family friendship, relationship, any of that, then there's a problem. You need to either talk to that person or you need to move on from the relationship, because you should never feel that way in any type of friendship, or else there's a problem. 2, respect. Respect is huge. Like, you both need to be able to respect each other. You shouldn't be demanding respect or making the other person do it. It should be mutual and equal. So if you respect them, they'll respect you. If they respect you, you respect them. It should be like that. There should be no hard feelings when it comes to respect. Everyone should be earning respect. You need to both be able to respect each other for you both to flourish. That is the whole point. Equal, mutual relationship goals. And 3, the last key one for me, I believe, is important for a healthy relationship is understanding. If you both have a mutual understanding on what you want to get out of the relationship and what you want to give to the relationship, then it should be fine. You guys should be able to make it. Now, if you don't even have that type of understanding, then you need to fix it now, or you need to move on from it, because you need to be able to understand each other, what each other is looking for, and what each other is expecting, because that's big in a relationship, any type of relationship. You need to know this. So you want to sit down, talk to your friend, talk to your family member, whoever it is, and get that figured out right away. But let's go right into the healthy habits you can create in a relationship to make sure that it stays that way. So first off, don't try and change anybody. You want to make sure it is as organic of a relationship as it can be. So you don't want to change anyone. You don't want to force them to be what you want them to be. You want them to be what they are meant to be. And you want to support them. That's what it's about. Supporting the change. If they want to change and they want to be better, you support them on that. Don't force somebody to do it, because that's just making them into what you want them to be. It's not making them into what they should be or what they want to be. It's just making them what you want. And in the end, that's just going to make them stress, resent you, and push away from you. And if you really care for that person, you wouldn't want that. Another thing, though, that's great is forgiveness. If you guys get into a little debate about something, it's okay to forgive. Especially if they were wrong and you were wrong, you want to make sure you can forgive people. Because realistically, in life, you have to have some type of compromise when it comes to this. If you're always going to be holding grudges and stuff like that, it's only going to hurt you in the end. Because your heart is going to be full of hatred and pain and depression. So you want to let that go. You want to forgive. And if you have to forgive somebody from a distance, then so be it. Because maybe that relationship wasn't for them or wasn't for you. And that could become toxic until you fix it or forgive so you can move on. Trust should never be broken. As soon as that happens, it's over. Because you're always going to be wondering what they're saying about you, what they're talking about, what they're doing, that type of thing. So you want to be able to trust the person and not have to worry about it. Like right here. This is a prime example. Right here is what I'm talking about.
One time when my boyfriend was sleeping, his phone went off and it was from a Morgan. And I know all of his exes and friends, and like I've never heard of a Morgan before. So I went through the messages and they were talking about how much they missed each other, and I was like, weird. So I got on his Facebook and typed her name in his friends list, and there she was. And I went on her Facebook. It was really, really private, and I could only see like 3 or 4 profile pictures. And there was a guy in one of them, and he was tagged. So I went to his Facebook and I saw that they were engaged. And I was like, weird. So I had screenshotted all the messages and then sent them to my phone, then deleted them out of his pictures and his phone, so he didn't know that I had them. And I reached out to Morgan. I tried to call her on Facebook and then was immediately blocked. And then I went to the fiance's Facebook and I was immediately blocked. So I said, that's kind of fishy. So I got on my second Facebook and I typed in the fiance's name and I went through his friends list and sent screenshots of the messages to all of the people with his same last name. And it turns out it was the night before their wedding, and it was a rehearsal dinner night, and I ruined the wedding. So sorry about that, Morgan. Don't text my boyfriend.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Not good. Not healthy at all. As soon as trust is broken, though, I'm not gonna lie, it's hard to get that relationship to get back to its 100% loyalty. Because in the back of your mind, you're always going to be thinking about what they did to you or what you did to them. So you don't want to feel that. Of course, you can get there. It's going to take some time to get back, but why even get there when you could just be a loyal, trustworthy person instead of wherever you did to cause this type of trust to be broken. So please, don't do that. Stay away from that. You want to have some security that you both are invested into the relationship, and it's equal. Not you're more invested than they are, or they're more invested than you are. You want to have that mutual ground so that you guys are both feeling comfortable in the relationship altogether. Because if that's not happening, then again, it's going to cause a toxic relationship in the end, or one that's going to be distanced. So make sure you both have security in the relationship and it's both invested equally into it. Some key importance you want to remember for a relationship or take away from a relationship. 1. Rearrange your expectation of people. You need to accept people as they are and not try and make them what you want them to be. Just because you might not like something that they do does not mean that you should make them change it, because that's something that makes them happy. So let them be what they want to be, and don't expect them to be what you want them to be. 2. Evolving together is okay. If you're getting older and maturing and they're getting older and maturing and you start to see that you guys don't always agree or like the same stuff, that's okay, because the bond will still be just as close. Of course you're going to be growing and changing, and so will they. But if you guys are really faithful and true to your relationship, it won't even matter at the end of the day. You guys are still going to be happy together. 3. Never, 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 never demand respect. It should always be earned. Both ways. They should respect you, you should respect them. Not demanding it or forcing it on someone, because if that's the case, then you should not be in that relationship at all, because that's not good for you anyways. Honestly, like, if you have to demand it, then clearly that person is not for you. You need to de-escalate problems. Don't keep pushing into the problem. You need to de-escalate so that it doesn't keep getting pushed and pushed and pushed, because all you're doing is pushing that person away, and you're causing them to resent you or you to resent them. So you want to de-escalate, talk to the person, figure out what the problem is, all that good stuff, so that you don't lose that relationship if you really want it. So again, for a healthy relationship, you have to have 3 ingredients: love, respect, understanding. If you don't have any of those, then it's never going to work. So that's my opinions and my ideas on friendships, relationships, and all that, and what you can do to better it and not be in a toxic one. So please subscribe to the channel, watch out for that next video, and leave your opinions and comments. I'd love to hear more. Talk to you guys again. Thanks for watching Tea Time with Tea.